President Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, has flipped. He's pleading guilty and he will cooperate with Special Counsel Robert Mueller. Well, this comes after prosecutors filed new charges against Manafort in court, including conspiracy against the United States and conspiracy to obstruct justice. CBS News Washington correspondent Paula Reid joins us now. You know, Paula, I'm kind of struck by the fact that you asked Manafort's lawyer if there was any chance of him flipping back in July. I want to play that bite for you.
Any chance that he may decide to flip and cooperate?
No chance.
No chance?
So, Paula, what's changed? What's in the deal?
Well, this is really one of the biggest surprises in the investigation so far, Rena, because as you saw there, they've been consistent since the time that he was indicted around this time last year that he would fight these charges, that he believed that he could, if not be convicted, at least get a pardon from any conviction that came his way. We saw last month in federal court in Virginia, he was convicted on charges of tax fraud and bank fraud. Then after assessing this next trial that he was going to face here in Washington, D.C. on charges more closely related to his foreign lobbying work. On behalf of pro-Russia Ukrainian politicians, he decided that he was willing to enter a deal, but the special counsel would not cut him any slack, not grant him a break unless he agreed to cooperate. Now, I had been consistently told that he was trying to strike a deal that did not require cooperation because they are worried that if he cooperates, that may jeopardize his chances of a pardon. At this point, Rena, we don't know what he has agreed to provide to the special counsel. He has to testify in upcoming cases. He has to provide documents, we know, and agree to full cooperation in order for this deal to go through. But this is one of the most significant witnesses that the special counsel has secured so far.
I know this news just came down, Paula. Do we have any sense of what kind of documents they'd like him to turn over?
Well, of course, he was there for a lot of the real key events in this investigation timeline, most notably the Trump Tower meeting. He was there. He knows how that was arranged, what went down, and what happened after. That really gets to the core of this investigation, which is questions about any conspiracy or cooperation, some people say collusion, but the legal term would be conspiracy, between the Trump campaign and Russia. It is a crime to in any way coordinate in an election, and that's really what's at the heart of this investigation. Paul Manafort would know what happened. He would be able to either help provide evidence that could incriminate some people or potentially exonerate some people, but we don't know what he has agreed to provide. Now, I just asked the president's attorney. I said, you're confident, Mr. Giuliani, you have released statements saying there's nothing to do with the president. Have you received confirmation from Mr. Manafort's attorneys that the information he will provide has nothing to do with the president? Mr. Giuliani replied, I'm confident. So, Rena, I read that as a no, that he hasn't actually gotten assurances and they don't potentially actually know what's in this plea deal.
Well, what a great question to ask, Paula. I want to ask you also about Manafort, already found guilty on 8 other counts during the first trial. Does today's developments impact that trial in any way?
Well, so far, he could potentially face additional charges in Virginia, because remember that was a mixed verdict.
Yeah.
He was convicted on some, but there was a hung trial on others. Under the terms of this agreement, if he cooperates, those other charges will go away.
Okay. And, you know, the president previously praised Manafort. A lot of people talk about a potential of a pardon. What do we know about that? Anything?
Well, Rena, the big question here is why Manafort would do this. What did he agree to provide? Because so far it looked like he was sort of the lone holdout, the one willing to fight these charges, be convicted, spend time in jail, not betray the president in the hope of getting a pardon. It looked like a good chance. The president praised him. The president was sort of laying the groundwork with other pardons for people who were the targets of what he believes were politically motivated prosecutions. So the fact that he is cooperating, that's quite a stunning development because it puts in jeopardy this pardon, unless he is providing some sort of information that has nothing to do with the president or his family. But again, Rena, I think his pardon, while it looked pretty like a sure thing before, right now it looks very much in jeopardy.
Interesting. Lone holdout cooperating with the Mueller investigation. Paula Reid, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it.